Welcome to the High School Spotlight. I'm your host, Taylor Nettle, and we've got an action-packed episode for you today. We recapped the best moments from Week 3 of high school football, plus a look at two talented volleyball programs that have each made a state title game appearance over the past 2 years. And we introduce you to a star on the track. Parkway Cross Country's Brennan Robin is a force to be reckoned with. But first, we recap the LHSAA session at the Capitol that took place earlier this week, right after the break. Don't go anywhere. The High School Spotlight is just getting started.
For over 100 years, our families have gathered together to share with each other our challenges and hopes, to take this light we've been gifted and paint a brighter future for the next generation. The seeds we plant today are the bounty we harvest tomorrow. As farmers, we know that together we're stronger than we could ever be apart. We're the Louisiana Farm Bureau, and we're the voice of Louisiana agriculture.
So it's going to come down to this.
Can they do it?
Oh no, they missed it! Wait a minute! There's a flag on the play!
Protect what matters most to you and find out the many ways you can benefit. 100% free tuition and fees to all state colleges. Job training in over 150 different career fields, healthcare, pay, and much more. The Louisiana Army National Guard, part-time service with lifelong benefits. Find out more by visiting www.lang-recruiting.com.
The LHSAA Network TV app features a 24/7 live channel as well as on-demand content with all the high school sports you want, and it's totally free. The app is available for download on TV-connected devices, including Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire TV. It's the only place where every day is game day. Download the LHSAA Network TV app today.
Welcome back. This Tuesday, the LHSAA participated in the second meeting with the Louisiana Legislative Study Committee regarding several topics in hopes of deepening the understanding between the LHSAA and the legislature about how the LHSAA's policies, practices, and structure works. Our very own Spencer Brett was at the Capitol and has more.
Well, we might just be about halfway through into the legislative investigation into the LHSAA. The state rep's hoping to wrap things up by the end of the year, and Eddie Bodine and his staff taking to the stand once again to hear questions, comments, and concerns on a multitude of topics, including the one-time transfer rule and the split. We caught up with Eddie Bodine and Natchitoches Central Principal Micah Coleman afterwards to get their thoughts on how it went.
That these things are truly affecting kids, and that's the reason why I'm going to pursue starting another association. That's the reason why I'm going to propose legislation going forward that will take Alan Seaball's, just a random thought that any school that is receiving MFP money cannot participate in any athletic association that does this and does not have that. So that is the sole reason. There's no need to question it, whether I'm going to be alone in this or I'm going to have support.
We're going to follow the process. That's all I can tell you at this point. They brought up what they brought up. I feel as though I answered the questions, maybe to the satisfaction or not, but at the end of the day, we'll continue to follow the process. And I think you heard today of what they said they were going to do or were thinking about doing specifically from one of the representatives. So we'll deal with it. Good news is I've got an EC meeting tomorrow and Thursday, so this is a topic, and I'll be able to debrief them. And if you saw in the room today, I didn't have a quorum, but I had about 10 executive committee members as well as other liaisons in the room as well that represent the students as well as other organizations in our association. So the room was filled with people that had ears and eyes and saw and heard what went on today. So they'll help me with the conversation with EC, the rest of EC, in the next couple of days.
And you said this has been adopted by the principals. Well, that's fine. Somebody had to propose it. Who proposed this change in the policy that stifles and discourages the rights of our citizens and our schools to seek the justice of the court system. Who proposed that? These things don't just appear. Somebody had to propose it. I understand the principals voted it. Who proposed it?
But I do think it's important to remind our membership, the legislature, and any other stakeholder involved that at the end of the day, it's a principals organization. They make the proposals and the amendments. They vote on those proposals, those amendments. Pretty much we are the lawmaking body. We appreciate our LHSAA staff. We appreciate our executive director and all of his assistants. They are the ones that are tasked with executing and implementing, the laws and rules, if you will, that we come up with. But at the end of the day, it's very important for principals to assert their position as a voting member.
U-High is very well populous with highly educated, financially strong people that sought to disrupt the high school playoff system by filing for a temporary restraining order and slowing down the process. And they lost. But they could have cost the public school system thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, from buses to security to food to children to move, all these things. Is that not the problem we're seeking to resolve?
Yes, sir.
I can understand lawmakers' positions. They're tasked, they have constituents, and there's certain pressures that come from there, and they're tasked with trying to make a difference the best way they know how. I would assert that the best way to deal with LHSAA problems is to allow those that are closest to those problems, being high school principals, coaches, superintendents, to allow them to correct those problems as they come up. We're not going to get everything right, but I do think that we are most well equipped, because we are very intimate in those situations. We know the rules, we know the kids, we know the coaches that bring those situations about, and I think that we're most equipped to correct them. Whether that's through an amendment, through a new proposal, through rules implementations, or what have you, I think principals are the most well equipped to fix those problems.
Every problem we've talked about today it boils down to a principals problem, because it is a voluntary principals organization. We don't have to belong to the LHSAA.
And then it's under the kids wanting to play. Why is it taking so long? Well, there's 232 ahead of you. That's not an excuse, it's a fact. We've processed over 800 eligibility requests since August 4th. 808. So yeah, there's a chance we're going to get one wrong. But the ones that we maybe didn't get wrong are the ones who thought they were wrong, who then go to a representative, a senator, an attorney, whoever they go to, and then we end up fighting what we fight. But it's part of the process. We're not the only state in this situation right now.
It seems like there might only be 2 meetings left, one in November and then one in December, and we'll see what comes out of those meetings. Reporting from the Capitol for the LHSAA Network, I'm Spencer Verrett.
Thanks so much, Spencer. Coming up, we take a look back at an exciting game last Friday night between Franklin Parish and Calvary. We're just heating up here on the high school spotlight. Don't go anywhere.
At Ochsner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
The start of school means the start of new sports seasons, which unfortunately can mean injuries. Too often, sports injuries are treated with opioids, leading to addiction among our youth. And drug addictions can cause overdoses and deaths. If you're injured, ask your doctor for medicines and therapies that don't use opioids. And if you're struggling with opioid addiction, we can offer treatment. Opioid addiction is a losing game. You can help. Learn more at realhelpvr.com. That's realhelpvr.com.
For over 100 years, our families have gathered together to share with each other our challenges and hopes, to take this light we've been gifted and paint a brighter future for the next generation. The seeds we plant today are the bounty we harvest tomorrow. As farmers, we know that together we're stronger than we could ever be apart. We're the Louisiana Farm Bureau, and we're the voice of Louisiana agriculture.
If you want to break the rock, you need to make yourself indestructible. If you want to play between the hedges, you need to work out there, up there, down there, everywhere. If you want to reach the win bar, you need to lose sleep, lose count. You need to play every game like you got nothing to lose.
Welcome back. Heading into Friday's matchup, Franklin Parish and Calvary had only met 2 times, with the Patriots rocking an undefeated all-time record against the Cavaliers. Last week, the two met for the 3rd time in a thriller that kept everyone on their toes.
I feel like our team grew up tonight.
The young Calvary team was tested on Friday night against Franklin Parish. Despite the Cavaliers' 23-0 lead at half, the Patriots put up 24 points in the 3rd quarter. Calvary was able to hold off Franklin Parish, though, to win it 33-30. This big victory for Calvary was definitely a night that they grew up even more on the football field.
We definitely grew up tonight, especially with the young team. Came out here, played our butts off.
We did a lot of good stuff, but, again, young football team, we made mistakes early in the second half and let them back in it, but proud of the guys. They did what they had to do to win, and the field goals were huge. The kicker was huge tonight for us, and that we can kick field goals. That's the difference in the game was two field goals we had.
After graduating a class with Power 5 guys and a lot of high-quality talent, the Cavaliers have needed new guys to step up into those roles. Braylon Huglon is one of those leaders for this team, and his presence is undeniable.
Number one's a football player, and he's a special kid, and he works very hard, and what he gets he deserves. And we got to get him to football, and he can make things happen.
The junior has really stepped up as a leader for the young Cavaliers.
Being a motivation, like I'm not the type of person that scream at them and tell them you gotta help. Sometimes you gotta be your teammate's friend. Sometimes it's not about screaming and not about telling them what to do. Sometimes you gotta help them and be their motivation. Say you got this, keep going. So that's why my leadership comes in at.
After graduating, outstanding quarterback Abram Wardell, who led the Cavaliers to winning the state championship in 2023, Calvary is looking to sophomore Hudson Price.
I've been waiting for this my whole life, ever since I came here. 5th grade, I always dreamed of being the quarterback here. And finally my dream came true, and it's been great so far.
I feel like our sophomore is Hudson, fresh quarterback. He just now starting sophomore. I feel like he grew up tonight too. And everybody else, everybody young on the team. So I feel like we did good.
The Cavaliers definitely had some big shoes to fill on the offensive line after graduating Devin Harper, who's now at Ole Miss. But on top of replacing key roles, Calvary had faced injuries up front early in the season that they've had to work through. But their performance against the talented Franklin Parish defense definitely shows progress.
A bunch of people got hurt, so we had to move a bunch of people around, but it was pretty rough about first 2 weeks, just learning, but especially this week, we stepped up big time. We just came out here and dominated.
Very good. We got one kid back tonight that hadn't played in a while, and he did a good job for us. And we just don't have bodies up there right now. So, again, huge win for us.
I didn't get sacked a single time. I didn't get tackled a single time. So it speaks for itself. They're great.
While they are young, the hunger and fire behind this Calvary team is undeniable.
Just everybody motivation. We never going to give up. Our goal is to keep going, keep fighting. So we were we can't lose this game. We came too far just not to win this game. So we just say, hey, keep fighting. We almost got this. We got this. 1 yard, that's all we need. And then once we didn't get it, hey, it's all on defense. Let's get a stop.
We didn't finish that. We should have won the state championship last year. We didn't finish that game. And, so these are growing steps for these young guys. And I've been telling them all year long, it's going to click eventually, and we ain't there yet. But we got better tonight.
A big win for Calvary and an impressive performance by Franklin Parish. Well, over on the volleyball court, we tell you the latest on the Dunham Tigers. Stay with us.
Protect what matters most to you and find out the many ways you can benefit. 100% free tuition and fees to all state colleges. Job training in over 150 different career fields, healthcare, pay, and much more. The Louisiana Army National Guard. Part-time service with lifelong benefits. Find out more by visiting www.lang-recruiting.com.
At Breck Golf Courses, we focus on the highest level of play. That means award-winning courses, state-of-the-art practice facilities, unique shot-making opportunities, and tournament-level playing experiences. With 2 championship courses located in the parish, Beaver Creek and Santa Maria courses make the perfect setting to test your golf skills. Find your next hole-in-one with Breck Golf.
So it's going to come down to this.
Can they do it?
Oh no, they missed it! Wait a minute! There's a flag on the play!
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Welcome back. Last year, Dunham volleyball made it all the way to the state title game, but couldn't get the job done. This season, the Tigers have been off to a good start, sporting a 17-3 record so far, and are looking to bring home a state champion trophy. Back to Roy Emerson Drive.
Coach Megan Harrington and the Dunham Lady Tigers shocked most of the state in 2024 when they pulled 2 upsets en route to a state runner-up finish. Now in 2025, the Lady Tigers are out looking for more. That showed in a 3-set sweep of Live Oak.
I think, obviously Zadie Huggins on the outside had no errors tonight, so that she put away a lot of those balls. I think our first contact obviously always still needs work, but my setter busts her butt, and we try to stay as in system as possible. So, energy. Catherine's the kind of setter that will always take the blame, even if she's, running 4 miles a match, and just brings a lot of positivity. And same with Zadie, she brings a light and a heavy arm too.
Zadie Huggins and Catherine McDonald, the 2 stars on the night. McDonald setting and Huggins going in for the kill was a lethal combo for Dunham. Both a part of a large junior contingent for the Lady Tigers, hoping to put together another run.
It's just the culture, and really it's the whole team, but specifically the juniors, we've been together since we were 8th grade, playing on the JV team, freshman team. So it's right now our chemistry is very, very good, and it's like a family. So it's there's nothing that you can say or do that can break the chemistry that not only the juniors but the whole team has right now.
We're all best friends. It is genuinely such an amazing relationship. We've been playing together since we were 12, and so we have this trust and this bond that goes beyond volleyball. We are all best friends. We eat lunch together. We hang out on the weekends, and so I think that friendship and that love goes beyond the court, and it really helps us have that connection, that trust, and that chemistry on the court.
They've been putting in the work since they were 8 years old, and they live, eat, sleep, breathe the gym. Have put in a lot of work in the off season, and they want to send a message that they're here to compete.
Last year as an 8 seed, the Lady Tigers upset number 1 seed John Curtis and number 4 seed Newman en route to the state finals. Losing just 1 senior off the team last year means the word is out on how good this team can be.
I think a lot of us have gained confidence from that moment, because now we realize we are like that, we can do that, and so now we're just working every day to prove that we are that team that is willing and capable of being there, and we're supposed to be in those moments. So we have a motto called unfinished business that was team decided, and so we're really working towards, we had a great season, but it didn't end how we wanted it to end, and so just every day keeping that in mind, that we don't want to feel that way at the end of the season again.
There's been a lot of talk about us coming into multiple games, but I feel the more that we show and the more that we communicate and just build as a team and show what we have as a team, the more people are going to say something about us. And it's that's I said, last year nobody expected us and we were the underdog, but this year it's just the talk of the town. So now I feel it's just the team is better, and we're just gonna come through with it.
Just that we're not finished, and we've got a lot of work that we need to do to get to where we want to go, but just trying to stay focused and not worry about what everyone else thinks, and sticking to our standards.
Coach Harrington, now in year 3, continues to leave an impact on her players. Huggins and McDonald shared their thoughts on their coach.
She has been very, very good to us. Freshman year was very, very rocky. It was very, very hard coming off of like 12 seniors leaving in the class of 2022. So I feel like Coach Harrington, she poured herself into us, like in the long run, like year 3, year 4 coming, that we know to trust her, the process, and like basically build off of her. So I feel like no matter from the beginning, she was there to like build us and help us, and now we're in here and like there's nothing they can say about us now.
I just love Coach Megan. She cares about us so much as players, even more as a person. She's always texting me, asking about, tournaments when I'm in club season. And so she really trusts us, and she puts us in positions to win, to score. And she just really believes in us, and she makes us and she pushes us to be better people and better players.
Reporting for the LHSAA Network, I'm Spencer Verrett.
Next up on the high school spotlight, we take another look back at week 3 football, reliving a Thursday night showdown between Northside and Cecilia. We'll be right back.
For over 100 years, our families have gathered together to share with each other our challenges and hopes, to take this light we've been gifted and paint a brighter future for the next generation. The seeds we plant today are the bounty we harvest tomorrow. As farmers, we know that together we're stronger than we could ever be apart. We're the Louisiana Farm Bureau, and we're the voice of Louisiana agriculture.
If you want to break the rock, you need to make yourself indestructible. If you want to play between the hedges, you need to work out there, up there, down there, everywhere. If you want to reach the win bar, you need to lose sleep, lose count. You need to play every game like you got nothing to lose.
Welcome back. Cecilia has been off to a slow 0-2 start this year, but the defending non-select Division II state champs and their new head coach were able to take down Northside 41-21 and record the Bulldogs' first win of the season.
The defending champs in Division II non-select Cecilia went through a lot of turnover this offseason, losing head coach Dennis Gaines to East Ascension and graduating a talented senior class. Well, new head coach Cody Champagne and his Dogs picked up their first win as a group in Week 3 with a dominant 41-21 win over Northside.
Look, I think our guys fought hard. I think what we did from the second quarter on last week carried over to this week, and we played a really good team, and we played really well. Look, man, we started off 0-2. We played some really good teams, and we just fell short. And I think these kids keep fighting. It's a testament to them.
The Bulldogs lost a heartbreaker the week before against Sanamaw, falling in the last seconds against the Gators. Colin Dore and star running back Braylon Kale attributed this win to a great week of preparation after a tough loss.
Yes, sir. We definitely took together after the second game. We saw that we put up 56 points. So, we just kept building on that, that momentum that we had, and we just, came out with a dub today.
Yeah, look, our offense works when everybody does their job and everybody shares the pie. So, and that's what's been happening the last couple of weeks.
Dore stepping into the quarterback role after playing halfback the last couple of years. Dore and this offense have shown a special ability to put up points in the last 2 weeks.
This win means a lot because, we come out, we don't play our best the first 2 weeks, but we get to show people what we do. So I'm happy how we played tonight, and it's just so.
I mean, everybody just got to stay focused, Colin, he's a great quarterback. You know, he gets the plays off. You know, he gets the reads. I just feel like he just got to keep working. You know what I'm saying? Keep progressing.
I think you're gonna just see Colin blossom because he played a lot of football for us, but he was our H-back the last couple of years. Now he's getting the chance to play quarterback, which he hadn't done since his freshman year. So, he's going to just keep getting better.
But Braylon Colley, the name to talk about for the Dogs, he steps into the spotlight for his tough running style and speed that is hard to stop.
Look, Braylon's a special kid, not just a player, but he's also a special human being, and you have a lot of special human beings on that offense and defense. So, if they just do the dirty work and make sure that, everybody's doing their job, we could all get a piece of the pie.
We finally got over the hump. It's kind of a tradition for Cecilia to kind of start off a little slow and rocky, but we got the pieces clicking, and I feel like we're a good old machine now.
But Coach Sean Pine, after getting this first win, giving credit to his guys for the work they've put in to get through this transition.
Man, just great. I'm happy for those guys, because they put in the work, they trusted me, so it's all about them.
I mean, tradition things, we got to keep it rolling, you feel me? I mean, Coach got to feel like he, did his part too, and he definitely did. So I feel like, he just all got to feel the energy.
The coach means everything, Everybody doubted him. Nobody thought he would really step up. So I'm proud of him, and he's proud of us. So we're ready to roll.
The Bulldogs with another great test coming up in defending champs, the Central Wildcats. Reporting for the LHSAA Network, I'm Spencer Verrett.
Coming up, we recap another big-time Thursday night game, our Week 3 Game of the Week between Lutcher and Liberty. You're watching the High School Spotlight. We'll be right back.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Protect what matters most to you and find out the many ways you can benefit. 100% free tuition and fees to all state colleges. Job training in over 150 different career fields, healthcare, pay, and much more. The Louisiana Army National Guard. Part-time service with lifelong benefits. Find out more by visiting www.lang-recruiting.com.
No one ever thinks they'll be in this position. Buying medication online could put you here, or here, or here. Counterfeit pills and other illicit substances are being laced with fentanyl, and fentanyl kills. It's 50 times stronger than heroin. Medical professionals can't even tell the difference between a real pill and one that is fake. At least not until they do your autopsy. Don't take anything online that doesn't come from your doctor. Buying online can leave you flatlined.
For over 100 years, our families have gathered together to share with each other our challenges and hopes, to take this light we've been gifted and paint a brighter future for the next generation. The seeds we plant today are the bounty we harvest tomorrow. As farmers, we know that together we're stronger than we could ever be apart. We're the Louisiana Farm Bureau, and we're the voice of Louisiana agriculture.
Welcome back. Week 3 football had a lot of exciting matchups. One of those, our Game of the Week between Lutcher and Liberty. Our very own Steve Schneider recaps the Bulldogs' 27-20 victory over the Patriots.
After 2 blowouts in our first 2 games of the week by a combined margin of 93-3, the 0-2 Lutcher Bulldogs, with their mascot Tank in tow, calling on 2-0 Liberty, giving us an instant classic in Week 3. After scoring just 22 points in those first 2 games, freshman Timmy Charles and the Dogs exploded for 27 in the first half.
Stark in motion again, keeping it as Charles straight up the middle. Charles to the 30, 25, 20. Slips a tackle to the end zone, touchdown. Another big run here, and that's into the end zone. Jamilon Joseph, 13-0 after the 32-yard touchdown run. Right up the middle, too easy for Joseph, to the end zone, another touchdown for the Bulldogs. Jamilon Joseph goes for 24 yards that time. Passes to the end zone, knocked around, did he get a hand on it? And he caught it. Touchdown. Johnny Jones. What a grab in the end zone.
This is the guys that we said we believed in. This is the type of guys we thought we had on offense. It was just about getting everybody together and executing a lot better. I don't think anybody on that offensive side was real happy with the way they played over the last 2 weeks, and it hurts when you've been as good as we've been on offense. And those guys have waited that turn to get this opportunity, and it wasn't the performances they needed to have the first 2 weeks, and they came out firing on all cylinders tonight.
Our guys are saying it was almost like two different games. It was a track meet in the first quarter or so, and then the defensive showed up.
Yeah, we need our defense to stand up. Zayden Foster's a heck of a back, and he's a load.
Foster, 17 carries for 121 yards. And he's got more right here. Breaking a couple tackles to the end zone. Zayden Foster, someone recruit this kid. Touchdown, Liberty.
In the last 2 minutes, number 2, Bryce Preston, spectacular, marching his Patriots toward the goal line in a tying score, making magical moment after magical moment for Liberty Magnet.
Some way, somehow, Gregory Cook catches it. First down, Liberty.
Great job that time by Bryce Johnny Manziel Preston. Going back to the Johnny Manziel days, backyard football, running around.
They want to set up the screen. Instead, they go deep. Man open, caught at the 9-yard line. Beautiful grab by Jonathan Harris.
Yet even though Foster reached the 1-yard line with time running out and an apparent fumble was overlooked, Foster would have to leave the game for the Patriots' 4th and goal chance, and his backup swarmed in the backfield, ending the threat.
Stevens has it. He is going to be stopped, and the Lutcher Bulldogs are going to win. They are going to come away with a huge victory.
Thank you, Steve Schneider. And, Coach, you're off the schneid.
Yeah, I guess it was great for these kids to come out and gain some confidence. I thought in the first half, offensively, we played really well. In the second half, they were able to limit the touches. I think we only had 2 possessions, and obviously the biggest play of the game was probably that muff punt, and I'd have to see the video to see if it ended up in the end zone and be a touchback, or did we recover it on the 1 and should have had it first and goal on the 1-yard line with a chance to punch it in and maybe put the game away. But it just seemed like in the second half we saw a lot of adversity, and our kids just answered the bell each and every time, and no bigger play than right there at the end. Quantez Joseph, he's a senior. I talked about him before the game because he was supposed to be our starting H-back. We had to move him to tackle where he played all of last year, and then we had to start playing him on defense again, and he comes up with the big tackle on 4th down.
And our guys say Parkett reminds them of Glenn Dorsey.
Parkett is a beast, and he's been that way since he was a freshman. If people don't remember, he started for us the quarterfinals, semis, and finals on the state championship team as a freshman.
And Timmy Charles said his favorite Bulldog was Lunch.
Well, he's an easy one to love, and that's the one that he grew up watching. So it's easy to see why Lunch is his favorite Bulldog, and he had a little lunch in him tonight. He made a couple of plays in that first half with his legs, and for a young guy to be that poised, to be able to make those plays, it's good for him to have that night tonight.
When you keep putting hard work and you just keep going and going, you always get what you need. And Coach Jenkins taught us a lot going throughout the season, the summer, the fall, the spring. You know, he just taught us to keep working and keep getting better.
So tell me, a week ago the offense couldn't score. What was the difference tonight for you guys and for you personally?
We had a different momentum, and we came out ready to play.
Liberty finished with 22 first downs, but 222 yards rushing for the Bulldogs, including 199 in that fantastic first half.
Coming up, we introduce you to a star on the track, Parkway's Brennan Robin. You're watching the High School Spotlight. We'll be right back.
The LHSAA Network TV app features a 24/7 live channel as well as on-demand content with all the high school sports you want, and it's totally free. The app is available for download on TV-connected devices, including Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire TV. It's the only place where every day is game day. Download the LHSAA Network TV app today.
So it's going to come down to this.
Can they do it?
Oh no, they missed it! Wait a minute! There's a flag on the play!
Protect what matters most to you and find out the many ways you can benefit. 100% free tuition and fees to all state colleges, job training in over 150 different career fields, healthcare, pay, and much more. The Louisiana Army National Guard, part-time service with lifelong benefits. Find out more by visiting www.lang-recruiting.com.
For over 100 years, our families have gathered together to share with each other our challenges and hopes, to take this light we've been gifted and paint a brighter future for the next generation. The seeds we plant today are the bounty we harvest tomorrow. As farmers, we know that together we're stronger than we could ever be apart. We're the Louisiana Farm Bureau, and we're the voice of Louisiana agriculture.
Welcome back. When Brennan Robin first came to Parkway, he really made a name for himself, breaking several school records as just a freshman, and he hasn't slowed down since, literally. Now as a junior, he's ready to keep pushing himself even further.
In 2020, COVID-19 turned the world upside down. All contact sports came to a halt, and for Parkway's Brennan Robin, that meant that he couldn't play all of the sports that he had been participating in. His mom encouraged him to start running during that time, and little did Brennan know just how much he would grow to love that sport. There's one specific moment that really made the junior realize his potential in running.
So it actually came in 8th grade because we went down to Texas A&M in College Station, and it was some I think it's USATF race, and it was my age group, which at the time was 13, 14, I was 13, and then I got 97th in the race, and so that really made me realize that there's levels to this, because at the home meets and stuff in middle school, it was just running against the district schools, and I usually won, and so then I realized that if I want to be good at this, I need to drop everything else. So I quit baseball, just started focusing on the running part, and then even messaged Coach Faulting in middle school and was like, hey, I want to get into running. What can I do? So I started running a little bit more mileage, and then just broke 5 minutes in the mile, and then it just all, that's where it started.
Once in high school, Brennan hit the ground running, literally.
I remember driving him to his first meet. We were going to the Memphis Twilight, and there were 700 guys that were going to be in the meet. And on the ride over, he's just talking about, well, when we get there, Coach, I'm going to do this, this, and this. And I was like, normally freshmen don't talk like this, And he stepped up. He was our number one runner at that race right off the bat to start everything off. And he's just approached everything with that kind of confidence.
Brennan's freshman year was exciting for him when he went up to New York to run at the Nike Indoor Nationals.
It was just a little overwhelming. I ran all right. I got 3rd place in the freshman mile, but I feel like I could have done better, but it was just a really big, scene, I guess. It was not something I'm used to, because usually we're at a track in Bossier, and there's about 10 people in the race, and they're all kids you talk to every day, so it was a big change in environment. That indoor season, I got my first interview in mile split, and so then I realized I was I can be like some of these people that I'm watching on these interviews, when I was an 8th grader, and so that really just changed things, and that I feel that gave me the confidence more than anything, because after that first few good races, I just every week just was better and better for me.
When he got here, he's a really, really young athlete. He was 14, didn't turn 15 until the middle of the season when he was a freshman. And, so sometimes it's hard for a 14-year-old to process, if I got beat by a guy, what does that mean? And now I think he takes that a whole lot different, and it's more of, all right, how do we get back to work and figure out how to fix this? How do we run faster in this course? How do we beat this person? And so I think that comes with age and wisdom, and he's definitely got that.
To have experience on such a big stage as just a freshman helped fuel the confidence and work ethic behind Brennan, something he would hold on to during his sophomore year when he faced an injury that kept him off the track for a little bit.
It was pretty random, and I rolled my ankle in my neighborhood one night running, and I wasn't really sure what it was, and so I actually ran through it the next day, and then I ran it was a turkey trot, which is a race, and so I went and ran, and I ran 5-minute pace for that, and so I was oh, I feel really fit, but then I get done and it's Thanksgiving and I could hardly walk at the dinner, and so I was oh, this is not right. So I had to go to the orthopedic, and then they said that I had tendonitis in my foot, so I was in a boot for a few weeks, and then I get out of that, still can't run, and I was just in the pool every day, and then I got over that in 2 months, and then I started running, and then the week I got back running, I actually had my first race and then didn't qualify for indoor state. But then after a few weeks, I was back to basically where I was beforehand.
Facing that kind of adversity taught Brennan a lot about patience with his progress.
That was the learning curve for me because I thought it was just all uphill, like linear progression, and then that was the one thing that set me back. And so I was like, man, I should be way better than I am right now. And so like that kind of just motivates me every day because I don't forget how last track season went. Become a lot more patient because I was really just hungry to run fast times freshman years, things like that. And eventually I learned that like setbacks happen. Like last year I was hurt, couldn't run for 2 months. And so like that really affected like where my progress was, and my times weren't near what I set out to do going into the year. And so now I understand it's like a gradual build up to something great. And so like I think this year if I can just stay healthy, then it'll be good.
Our philosophy on this team is that you learn in the struggle, and so the more positive things you can take out of that, the better off you're going to be. And I think that's what he does. I think he learns a lot in the struggle, and because of that he struggles way less often.
One thing about Brennan is that he always goes the extra mile to do whatever he needs to for his success when it comes to running. He's set the Bossier Parish record for the 1600 and 3200. He's also ran the fastest 3200 in North Louisiana history. His discipline and work ethic is something that the people around him notice.
You know, when we get done with the workout, like Brennan's stretching, all right? Like if he's stretching when people are talking and still kind of hanging out and stuff, like he's eating the right things, he's drinking the right things and stuff. Like you can see him on days that we don't meet together running through the neighborhoods and stuff. And so I think what they learn is the example of what it takes to be great and stuff. I mean, don't get me wrong, he is one of the most talented individuals I've ever coached, but he's earned a lot of what he does because of how serious he is about, you know, warming up, cooling down, doing things when nobody's looking, nutrition, hydration, stretching. Like, if there's a box you're supposed to check to be successful, he's very meticulous about checking that box.
Coming up, another look back at Friday Night Lights. Westminster Opelousas had a dominating win, and we've got the story. You're watching the High School Spotlight.
If you want to break the rock, you need to make yourself indestructible. If you want to play between the hedges, you need to work out there, up there, down there, everywhere. If you want to reach the win bar, you need to lose sleep, lose count. You need to play every game like you got nothing to lose.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Welcome back. Westminster Opelousas has been flexing their explosive offensive muscles this year. The Crusaders have outscored opponents 153-14 in the first 3 games of the season to remain undefeated, and they're ready to keep building off of this momentum that they've started the season with.
The much-anticipated Battle of Westminster between the Lafayette and Opelousas sister campuses was not much of a battle at all, as the Crusaders from Opelousas flexed their way to a 49-7 victory. An eye-opening result for the state to just how good this Crusaders team is under head coach Byron Porter.
I thought we played well in all 3 phases. Just a part of the process. I thought the guys played hard. This was a kind of a rival game with our sister school. We're all under the same umbrella. And like I said, Coach Gable, they do a good job over there. We're always rooting for them, except obviously when they're playing us. But I know that they're a good group, and they're a little down with some injuries, but I'm sure they'll bounce back. But I'm proud as heck as our guys. We played hard, we fought, and I think we played solid on all three phases tonight.
We came in, we dominated. Yeah, it was a pretty good game. Executed on all sides of the ball. Had a good defensive 2 picks and a buttload of touchdowns. Man, we just came and did what we had to do. Got it done.
The offense for this team led by Steven Steve-O George at quarterback. George accounted for 3 touchdowns of his own in the first half, then spread the love to guys like Evan Lemon in the second half.
Yes, well, Steve-O's he's a 4-year starter. We've had him for 3. Like I said in the beginning of the season, he's like a coach on the field. I call him a triple threat with his arm, legs, as well as his IQ. And he's able to make checks, get us in good positions, get the ball to where it needs to, who it needs to get to. And he's done a phenomenal job tonight. He's been playing great this year with limited time. We took him out a couple of games, but he hadn't played a full game yet. But he's good, man. I mean, he's cerebral, he's poised, and he's doing a great job. It's a great start. And then I said it before, our offense and team would go as far as he'd take us.
Yes, sir. My team had my back this night. I feel like in the first half, I didn't do that good, but my team on defense, they had my back, and on offense with the runs, they just had my back tonight, and I'm proud of them. It's everything. We can run the ball, we can pass the ball. Especially tonight, we had wide open guys. I just wasn't connecting as much, but the run game was still there, even though it was kind of rough in the first half, but we still put up 49 points.
Lemon also plays a key role in the backbone of the Crusaders' defense at linebacker. The defense holding the Chargers to no points until the final seconds of the game.
Well, this defense, we know everything that's going to happen, where people need to go. We've been in this system for 3 years now under Coach Porter, so we're the guys that people go to with the questions on the field. We know a lot about everything in the system, and we're just leaders on the field, making tackles, making plays, interceptions. We're all over the field just making tackles, man.
Well, right, the line played great. Everything went through the line. Our linebackers, like I said earlier in the year, we got the top 3 returning starters from our team with Kyle Hord, Jack Hunt, Evan Lemon, and those guys are our backbone, and they played solid tonight. And we got a lot of guys that played last year. They're familiar with everything. They're comfortable with what we're doing, so that allows us to go more and do even more stuff. And they're comfortable with it, and they're confident, and they're playing hard, and they're playing real good right now.
But take it from the players themselves, the impact Coach Porter has had on this program over the last few years, now in year 3, hoping these guys can make a deep playoff run.
Coach Porter has been a great coach for the past 3 years, especially when he came in. We had a good season that year, and even now we started 3-0, and we just got to keep going on to go 10-0.
Pretty big one. My freshman year, we went 2-8, and then he came in my sophomore year, and we second round of the playoffs just changed the whole tone of the program, man. And then next year, second round, and this year, we're going pretty far,
Well, we believe. I mean, when we first came in, we haven't had that much success 2 years ago. We took over a 2-8 team. We went to the playoffs our very first year. And it's part of the process. The guys believe in it. We were able to go to the playoffs. And 2 years ago, went to the second round after not making the playoff for since I think 2016. So these guys know what it takes to win. They don't mind hard work, and they see the fruits of their labor. And they're going out there and they were working hard and they're performing, and they just want more.
Next for Westminster Opelousas, the unbeaten Catholic of Point Capee Hornets Friday night. Reporting for the LHSAA Network, I'm Spencer Verrett.
Don't go anywhere. We tell you the latest on ED White volleyball and the talented experience that the Cardinals are returning this year, right after the break.
For over 100 years, our families have gathered together to share with each other our challenges and hopes, to take this light we've been gifted and paint a brighter future for the next generation. The seeds we plant today are the bounty we harvest tomorrow. As farmers, we know that together we're stronger than we could ever be apart. We're the Louisiana Farm Bureau, and we're the voice of Louisiana agriculture.
Protect what matters most to you and find out the many ways you can benefit. 100% free tuition and fees to all state colleges. Job training in over 150 different career fields, healthcare, pay, and much more. The Louisiana Army National Guard, part-time service with lifelong benefits. Find out more by visiting www.lang-recruiting.com.
So it's going to come down to this.
Can they do it?
Oh no, they missed it! Wait a minute! There's a flag on the play!
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Welcome back. ED White volleyball was one win away from making a trip back to the state title game last year. And this season, the Cardinals have a lot of experience returning that could possibly take them all the way.
ED White volleyball is returning a lot of experience this year, and they are hungry to bring a state title back home.
Their experience, number one, and you can tell that they have that drive to really want to do it. I think they've had enough of second place, and they're ready to step over that hump. They've been working really hard. They've been around volleyball for a long time, so they're very smart volleyball-wise, and they want to work hard, and they want to make each other happy. They love each other.
We just all want it so bad. Like, you can tell, like, talking to anyone, like, they'll all say the same thing, like, right, this is it, like, we got this. And like you said, like, being so senior heavy, it's like, this is our last chance. Like, we've all just being in the position before, knowing how much it sucks to not come out on top, it's like, that's what really motivates me and everyone else.
We want it more than anyone knows. Like, this year, we said it multiple times, is the year for revenge. Like, we're getting it.
The Cardinals have a senior class of 7 girls that are experienced and talented leaders who are closer this year than any other.
They're a great group of girls, great leaders. They, are work hard on and off the court. They're leaders inside the school. They're also leaders when they get to get on the court, in the weight room, everywhere that you can think of. They all have different aspects, different traits, and then they all come together and bring it together for our team.
I would say our senior class is very close, considering we've all been playing club together for a long time. A lot of the girls, like, I've known since I was, like, in pre-K. Like, we have a very strong bond, and we're all, like, very in it this year. Like, we're all super focused, and we all want the same end goal. So it really bonds us together.
We've been with each other for a while. Like, before ED White even started, like, we play club ball. We've been together. Like, we all know how we play. We can tell each other what we want to say, like, just tell the truth. It's fine. And we just all know how to work together. And senior year, we just want it.
This year, the Cardinals have found their rhythm offensively.
We have a very offensive-led team. Normally in the past, we've been defensive-led, very good digging, and our liberos have been outstanding. This year, we're a little bit more offensive-heavy. We have some really good hitters, very smart hitters. So that's kind of what we're honing in on. Yes, we're still good on the defensive side, but we're a little bit more stronger offensively than we have been in the past. So excited about that.
ED White also does a team Bible study that helps build the culture of the team.
This has been our 3rd year we've been doing it. So they're all into it. They each like to have their own week, so we do it every Monday. We started off with just the varsity, and we added in, our younger classmen. So our 9th graders and our 8th graders are coming now. So it starts to be a big team thing, and we have it in our conditioning center. So when people pass by, they can see, and maybe they ask to join, and we can, start a big trend in the school.
Like, the leadership ones usually stick with me because I need to be a leader and help my team make it.
ED White is a family community. On a game night, it's a packed house full of family members. There's cousins on the team, even head coach Sarah Johnson's daughter's on the team. The family relationships from the community only strengthens the connection between the girls on the court.
So I try to, build my program around that, make sure we include everybody. We have family get-togethers. We have a family day next week, just trying to keep everybody involved and far enough away that the girls can, stay focused on volleyball, but at the same time have it family oriented. Because at the end of the day, they go home to their family, and that's who's most important in their life.
Like, all of our parents, are so, dedicated. They have so much energy. Every game they're wearing the most bizarre outfits. Every theme they're going all out. So it just, makes us all, happy, brings everyone together. We just love it.
This year, the Cardinals are really prioritizing loving each other, both on and off the court. And the results of that mindset have already shown in how they play.
I think our connection with each other, our confidence and leadership and all that, I think.
This year, more than ever, and I know we say that every year, but the love that we have for each other is so genuine, just because even from the freshmen, or we even have an 8th grade on the team, 8th grade to senior, I have such a strong connection with all of the girls, and it really can tell on the court. For each other, we just all want each other to do well, and we all want the same thing in the end, so it just makes it easier to love on each other and hype each other up, and that really carries us through tough games.
You can tell in the one of our last games that we played here against John Curtis, the atmosphere was awesome. The girls just were so excited for each other. They played for each other instead of playing as individuals. So that's wonderful to see this early in the season.
Coming up, we relive some of the best moments from week 3 of high school football. Don't go anywhere. The High School Spotlight will be right back.
For over 100 years, our families have gathered together to share with each other our challenges and hopes, to take this light we've been gifted and paint a brighter future for the next generation. The seeds we plant today are the bounty we harvest tomorrow. As farmers, we know that together we're stronger than we could ever be apart. We're the Louisiana Farm Bureau, and we're the voice of Louisiana agriculture.
So it's going to come down to this.
Can they do it?
Oh no, they missed it! Wait a minute! There's a flag on the play!
Protect what matters most to you and find out the many ways you can benefit. 100% free tuition and fees to all state colleges. Job training in over 150 different career fields, healthcare, pay, and much more. The Louisiana Army National Guard, part-time service with lifelong benefits. Find out more by visiting www.lang-recruiting.com.
The LHSAA Network TV app features a 24/7 live channel as well as on-demand content with all the high school sports you want, and it's totally free. The app is available for download on TV-connected devices, including Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire TV. It's the only place where every day is game day. Download the LHSAA Network TV app today.
Welcome back. We wrap up tonight's episode with one of the most exciting segments we have here, the LHSAA Network's Pick 6, where we show you the big-time, show-stopping moments from high school football last week.
Number 1 on this week's Pick 6 list is the 5'10", 170-pound junior juggernaut from Calvary Baptist, Braylon Hughlin, who was a two-way, one-man wrecking crew for the Cavaliers in their marquee matchup with Franklin Parish. Hughlin hit the end zone not once, but twice on offense for a 14-0 lead. Then he'd add an epic shift in momentum with a pick 6 that basically went from one end zone to the other 103 yards as Calvary bolted out to a 30-6 lead and held on for a huge 33-30 win.
You know, this is a huge one for us right here. Number 1's a football player, and he's a special kid, and he works very hard, and what he gets, he deserves.
We can't lose this game. We came too far just not to win this game, so we just say, hey, keep fighting. We almost got this. We got this.
Our number 2 pick pairs Lutcher freshman quarterback Timmy Charles and his 6'4" sophomore target Johnny Jones for the high point 6-point play in the corner of the end zone against Liberty Magnet, capping an incredible 27-point first half against their 5A foe. Charles was in middle school last year. Jones just started playing his first football this fall. They only figure to get better teaming up like that. Our number 3 pick is another team that put up 33 Friday night, making a huge comeback to knock off state champion Sterlington 33-22. The guy wearing number 3, that's MJ Dade, who put the proverbial nail in the coffin, packing up 178 yards on the ground. Number 4 is a quick pick. Ohio State commit Blaine Bradford with the big hit in Catholic High's defensive domination of U-High. Our number 5 pick is another North Louisiana comeback. Kenny Thomas, number 5, had a TD in the game's first 2 minutes, but also keyed a 22-point run in half number 2 as North DeSoto overcame a 28-17 deficit at West Monroe to win going away 39-28 the final. And pick 6 is a plethora of primetime performances on defense and offense. The Rummel Raiders routing rival Shaw 29-0. Sophomore Kingsley Barconi Jr. claims the pick 6 and sets off quite a celebration, both for head coach Nick Monica, plus his seniors, like defensive end Jacoby Dunn, who played such a significant role in setting the tone to take the traditional megaphone matchup in Metairie. Plus, right up the road in Laplace, another celebration among Monicas, as Hall of Famer Frank Monica will watch the team his son-in-law coaches get not 1 but 2 pick 6s to knock off Elijah Haven and Dunham on the road. Jira Hall, and then Brooks Monica, the grandson, another impressive number 7 who stands out on defense in the New Orleans area as a senior. And it was just too much for us not to include number 22 Taj Hallahan and his Episcopal Knights, who put up a pair of 6s in shocking Metairie Park Country Day, a whopping 66-57. And number 2, Parkway Panthers pass catcher Tony Gladney, another senior who had a hand in putting up a pair of 6s. Damian DeCaldical got in the scoring act in style. They beat Houghton 66-21. With another pick 6. I'm Steve Schneider, reporting for the LHSAA Network.
Our game of the week will be Dunham and Ascension Catholic on Thursday, September 25th. You can find live coverage of that exciting matchup right here on the LHSAA Network. Make sure to tune in next week for another high school spotlight where we show you some of the best high school sports teams around the entire state. Thanks for watching the High School Spotlight.